Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome back to Through the Keyhole. This is a series where we take a look at a few cool player camps that I found around Fallout 76, get a few ideas and a little bit of inspiration for our own builds. So, let's take a look. So, before we jump in, a couple of orders of business. If you guys would like to appear in a subsequent episode of this series and send your camps in, then have a look over on the channel's community page. You can find a post on there with all the details about how to submit your own builds. We look forward to seeing what you guys have been doing. And last thing before we jump in, as per usual, the disclaimer that these are not my camps, of course, with the exception of this one here. These are camps I found via the player vending system in Fallout 76, and I thought they were cool and deserved showing off. So, let's jump in and have a look, shall we? Okay, so camp number 1 is fairly central in the Savage Divide, and first thing I thought when I arrived at this place was how pretty this front entrance is. You actually fast travel in just outside the entrance there, which is really, really cool. I think it's a very welcoming, friendly, pretty looking arrival point, which is really, really cool. The player vending out there. Lots of decoration out on the front balcony there, which is always nice to see. Really nice job done on the inside as well. Plenty of furniture, a lot of the White Spring stuff, which I still need to pick up. A few fasten up masks in the decoration in the display stand rather than. Very, very cool. Making use of the fireplace. Very nice. It's a little different, this build, than usual, which I really like, because it's kind of more landscape than it is portrait. It goes a sort of across rather than up, which is a cool thing to see from time to time. It's a different sort of build, which is really nice. Like in the picture on the front of the, I'm not sure, the sideboard there, I suppose. Very cool. Plenty of magazine on display. Doing better than I am on that front. I need to pick a few more up. Nice little kitchen area. A bit of lino on the floor. And we have a little bar area out on the back balcony. Place for Beckett to hang out. Who is dealing with some unwanted visitors to the camp just at the moment. So I will pause a moment and give him a quick hand with that. And then we will carry on. And as we can see, we've got a nice little pool chill out area here with a kind of Roman vibe with this mosaic floor, which is very, very cool. Making good use of the lake out back, somewhere to just sort of chill, have a little swim, or a little hangout on those hot Appalachian summer days. Very, very nice. Nice little social area out here, that's cool. Somebody making an appearance as well. Good use of a few different bits and pieces too, which is good. Apart from the contemporary pieces for the main house, we've got the log cabin and a few other bits and pieces as well, really nice to see. Nice little mixture. Sheepscotch plushie hanging out there in good prominence. He's inside the house as well, which is really cool. Piano on the deck, nice. Head on down. Using this log cabin as a generator shack and somewhere to store the workbenches, which is good. Keeps them out of the main house, which is always nice. Scrap box is always handy as well. Everything you need tucked out of the way, creating a nice little workshop, so the house is more of a home, which is always good. It's a really nice, welcoming, friendly escape from the hazards of the wasteland, this. That's a really cool camp for that. The Vault Boys welcoming arms up there as well. And the power armor stand out front. Finding a good place to put those is often a bit difficult because of the size of them, so it's a good little spot. It's a pity you can't leave power armor there on display. It would be a nice spot to display it, but hopefully we'll be able to put them on display before too long, which would be very cool. Nice little farm out front as well, which is nice. Just gives a little bit of colour and a little bit of life to the front of the house, which is really cool. And nice convenient access to the player vending as well. So yeah, nice, well decorated, pretty welcoming camp to start things off with. So, camp number 2, I stumbled across just by Morgantown Station, actually.
Heck, sure is damp out here.
Got settlers commenting on the weather. This is kind of a Brotherhood of Steel vibe, or it's a Brotherhood of Steel. There's Brotherhood of Steel stuff here, such as we have available. It's a limited selection to choose from at the moment, which is unfortunate, but hopefully that'll be changing soon. Making good use of the new chain link fences there, the communist fences with the barbed wire, and the train cars as well. Managed to get a couple of these and make it look really cool, which is great. Had to fight off a couple of Scorch that wanted to ruin my initial walkthrough of this place as well, which is always unfortunate, but I think it was my arrival that caused their attack, so got to do the neighbourly thing and help defend somebody's camp for them. Got some of the bits and pieces from the last season as well there, which is really cool. You can get used to the chicken coop. The farm tucked in the back corner.
To be desired. Are you
Making use out of that glass dome as well, which is always good to see. It's funny because a lot of things like this can be, at first glance, like they look like they don't go together. Train cars and glass domes. It's not two things you put together in your head, but it works quite nicely here. It's very post-apocalyptic wasteland, making use of everything available, which is cool. I feel like those things shouldn't go together, but for some reason they just do. So hey, why not? Head up inside, and I really like the look in here. And again, a limited number of options when you want to create a Brotherhood of Steel camp for now, but they've managed to keep that vibe in there, which is cool. Some nice decoration inside these train cars as well. A nice homely feel. Even managed to make a workshop homely, which is not bad going. Plenty of workbenches in there. All the space crammed in and every inch used. The wall decoration is always good as well. And the little bits and pieces on the side, the plushies, things like that, will add to bringing the place to life, which is nice to see as well. And over to the second one, we've got a bit more of a homely space. I'm going to hang out with the sheep squatch. Nice little bed at the end. This little place, take a load off and have a little break from the wasteland. Apart from the Winnebago Colossus heads, which remind you exactly where you are. But I do like those, they're very cool. Definitely looking forward to picking some of those up. Good for a Halloween theme build sometime as well. Nice access to the player vending as well. I like the use of the black and white flooring for that as well. It's kind of fits with that shop vibe quite nicely. All the essentials at the back beside the farm. Got all those tucked together in a nice and organised way, which is cool. New stash box down there by the Brotherhood Collectron. Actually had to put my Brotherhood Collectron away the other day because his lines were getting a bit repetitive for me. But a few more bits and pieces on display. Nice place for the ally to hang out as well. Power armor stand there. Very, very nice. A little splash of colour from the icicles as well is always good. It's a nice little decoration job here, and they've managed to incorporate it in nicely with all the trees and stuff around as well. It works well with the environment, which is always brilliant to see. Yeah, not the best weather for a tour, unfortunately, but what can we do? Take the opportunity when it presents itself. Yeah, really nice little camp, that. So, next camp is just outside of Morgantown, and this one caught my eye because it was a really different sort of use of the environment in this build, which I really liked. Got a couple of guard posts out front. Helpful arrow showing us where to go. Be nice if we had some independent steps to put down that didn't have to snap onto foundations. And we could just get up places like this a little bit more easily rather than having to improvise. But for now, that's good use of what we have available. Using the central bollard there, central barrier and the road to form part of the defences of the camp's a really cool idea as well. I like that. Nice little hangout space outside the shop. Managed to squeeze those Vault-Tec canopies in, which is often hard to do. They're a bit big and awkward to place sometimes and look out of place, but they work quite nicely there. Nice little vending area. You start to see a little bit of the existing structure, the train bridge specifically there, get poking through and creating a little bit of a unique feel to this camp. That's a crafting space upstairs. I like the way this one works. Don't know what it is about it, but something just works. There's a lot of sort of clutter on the walls and a lot of posters are overlapping, which I really like the look of. It's very organic, which is cool. The area upstairs works quite nicely. There we go, a little open central area here using the train bridge as part of the walls and building it into the structure, which is cool. Also matches with the fireplace, which is nice as well. And really nice use of the environment. They've clearly gone for a very junky, scrappy, chuck anything anywhere vibe, which is quite cool, and they've done it in an interesting way. This room's a really good example. We've got a gap in the corner there. It's using the train bridge and a fence sort of wedged in there to plug the gap instead, which is very much a kind of throw the place together using anything you scavenge in the wasteland vibe, which I really, really like. It's really cool. And here's a great idea I wish I'd known you could do. Got the wind turbine on the top of the building there, and they've managed to get a roof to clip through the legs, which is cool. It's a nice sort of enclosed space underneath, which is nice. Done the same thing on the other side, but I didn't really get a decent shot of that, unfortunately, but it's quite cool as well. Same sort of principle. There you go, really see the train bridge a bit more there, which is nice. Really cool to see that incorporated in, and the rest of the build just tucked up against it. Very, very cool. So it gives a really organic vibe. Nice use of the rustic floors as well. Bit of a challenge for the owner there to navigate around the boxes, but it does create that dragged anything that might possibly be useful back to the camp vibe, which is always cool. And the bearskin rug reminding you not to cause trouble on the way in. Nice. Yeah, really good use of the environment in that one, which I really, really like. It's cool. Don't see that as often as perhaps would like to. It can be a challenge to incorporate the environment in, especially with the mechanics in 76, so I'm not really surprised, but nice job of it there. So, camp number 4, last one for the day, is a little bit different. As you can see, we're over in the mire, right by Thunder Mountain, in the middle of the lake here, which is something I've been toying with an idea of doing, and I really like how this has come out. It's very much a cube, and normally I would shy away from that sort of thing, but shows the exception to the rule of making a square look good. The cut corners make a big difference, things like that. Also not usually a big fan of the metal textures either, but again, they're working here, so nice job on that. Little boat as well, which was cool. At least the players got their way to get in and out. Head up inside. It's really interesting shapes and angles and sections sort of divided off in this one, which I really like. As well as its location standing out in the water as well, which is a pretty striking view from the outside, which is always cool to see as well. Though we did get a surprise when I fast travelled into the middle of the lake. So, Colossus rug on the floor there. Plenty of decoration. Looks pretty darn good in here. It's hard to decorate the big open space sometimes without it looking too under-decorated, but just about pulling it off though, which is nice. Fortunately that fireplace is locked, so we can't have it all nosy in there, but nice little brewing and cooking area, a table in the middle. What we got in here? Little bathroom. Still waiting on Bethesda to give us a few more options for our bathrooms, but till now, looking good. Mind you, you could put the brewing station in there, I've just had a thought. It's not a bad idea. Player vending now, the roller door there, nice opportunity to close it off if you want to as well, which is cool. If you wire that up with a switch, you could turn everything off all at once, which would be cool, as well as close the door. So, we've got the camp unit just sucked out the way on the table there, looking good. Head into the bedroom. Nice splash of colour in here. Fortunately, the Nuka-Cola door there is locked. The hidden Nuka-Cola machine door. They managed to make pretty good use of the vault stairs as well, which can be challenging because they don't really match anything else in the game, which is a bit odd. New Symptomatic there is something I'm looking forward to get a hold of as well. But yeah, managing to fit those vault stairs in without them looking different to everything else is often a challenge. They've done a pretty good job of that here as well. Nice little crafting space tucked up the top. All the essentials. Giving it quite a clinical, clean feel with the sort of breeze block walls there as well. You have to give those a go at some point. Not had the occasion to yet. I'd love to know how they managed to glitch that wire straight through a floor as well. That's got to be a handy technique. Got a couple of ideas of how they might have done it, but I'm not sure. We'd definitely like to be able to do it anyway. Nice little area to chill out on the upper balconies as well and survey the mire. Again, a little office space in here that we can't get into, but we have a peek through the door. Looking very, very cool. Cool thing about having a room that big as well is the Scorched Beast Queen head on the wall there doesn't look too absurdly large. In a lot of small rooms you see it in, it's really, really challenging to deal with the fact that the thing is so obnoxiously huge, but it works well in that space. Nice little greenhouse type deal on the top there until we get actual greenhouses, I imagine. All nice and secure, protect their food. Yeah, really, really cool. Kind of almost an oil rig vibe on this one, which is an interesting kind of build. I really like it. Might have to have a crack at my own variation at some point, because I like this a lot. Very, very blue build, which kind of works with the lighting in the mire. It's probably why the metal pieces look as good as they do in this location. Just like, personally, I'm not usually the biggest fan, but they've picked the right one here, definitely. Especially with the lighting. So yeah. All in all, very, very cool. We have to take a little swim back to shore now. So, excellent work on part of everybody whose camps made it into the video. I've stumbled across this week. Very much my builds. If you guys would like to appear, as I said at the start, have a look on the channel's community page, and all the instructions are over there how you send your builds in if you would like to do so. For now, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you got a little bit of inspiration from those builds, and I did. If you enjoyed the content, please do consider dropping likes and subs. It's always very, very much appreciated. Social media links, merch store, and channel memberships are all available down below the video if you're interested in that sort of thing and supporting the channel that way. It's humongously appreciated. If you get a chance to join us for one of the live streams as well, we're having a lot of fun playing lately. So I do hope you can make it. For now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.